That guy was talking about some crazy drugs, and I was like, bro, no way. But all right, this is episode 72 of the 100 Podcast. This is the first podcast of 2021.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to I got 200 subscribers now, almost 1,000 followers on Instagram, and my first guest of 2021 is my boy Gio. I know some people on here know him, but you're about to head back to Kansas, right, for football? Yep. So your senior year?
Yep, senior season, senior year.
How are you feeling about your senior season?
Damn, to be honest, like it's been a trip because we started off in the season 4-1 right now. Like we had our first 5 games in the beginning, and then we had postpone after postpone, and it's kind of frustrating because us as a team, like we've been following all the protocols, like wearing our masks, testing negative, all that stuff, and then you got schools who all of them get quarantined or all of them get sent home, and programs getting canceled. Like schools in Arizona, they've been getting canceled. Like a bunch of the JUCO programs and all that just been cut. Like
that makes sense because they have like no protocol over there.
Yeah.
It's like just do whatever you want.
Basically.
So wait, are you still in the middle of season then?
Yeah. So what that's what
you're
kind of like confuses me because it's like you basically we're not gonna start till March. So we got 2 months to get ready. We have January and February, and then we have we're having recruits coming in already and stuff, like starting to practice and everything. So what we think is gonna be a regular season, like we've already watched film on all these guys, it's gonna be a whole different ballgame. Like,
yeah.
They got new players, we got new players. We're getting this quarterback because it bounced back from Hawaii. Like, bro, it's crazy. Like, it's just.
Wait, you guys are still getting new players for this season? That's still considered the same season.
Yeah,
and you guys are doing pretty well, right? Throughout your season.
We're 4-1 right now. We were like top 30. We were top 15 in the nation, and then we lost to the top 8 school. So then they dropped them. It dropped us to 30, and it rose them to like 5 or 6, something like that. So they're like top 5 up there, whatever. But hopefully in the playoffs we see them again because like we had heard this whole big issue going on that they apparently were recording our first half, recording our hand signals and everything, and they were using like huddle assist, which is not legal. You can't use like AI stuff to basically break down all that.
Yeah, so then you got your whole team's signs and everything, exactly. So they can see everything you do, and they're like, this fool's gonna do this.
Yeah, that tripped us out because we were like, yo, like, is this legal?
Is this Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So we basically talked to the coach like, hey, we're watching film and everything, and there's like, you can see the iPad reflection, and it was like huddle assist, like it was
what?
Like recording, like zooming in on us and everything.
So
like,
did they get like an investigation?
So they did open up an investigation and basically gave him a slap on the wrist because they didn't. And this team's undefeated, so it's like they've been doing it.
Yeah.
And we were their 7th game, so that school doesn't even test for COVID. They just go based off of symptoms. I can sit there. I could sit there. And
I'm
be
good.
A top player. Yeah, and then be sick and then be like, you know what, I have to play. Like I'm good.
I feel good.
And that's what really trips me out. That this.
How are they allowed to do that?
I mean,
it's just a different state or different.
Well, they are. A lot of these schools are private schools, so they have their own set of rules at times. Like us, for sure, we cracked down on all that stuff. Like at one point, we had like 40 cases on campus, and then they had just had them all quarantined and everything, and then it went down to like 1 or 2 cases, which is really cool. Like props to them and everything, but it's scary that some of these schools they don't even care. Like, and we walked out there and we were getting ready for a game and everything like that and all that stuff, and most of them didn't even have masks on. Like like they was just living out there, bro. It's crazy, cause going around town and everything, they have school like in person out there.
Yeah,
they have kids like walking around, going to school, riding their bikes, everything like that. And then Halloween hit. That's when everything became crazy because there were so many cases that spiked. They had to close down everything.
In Kansas?
Yep, they shut down everything. They had the kids sent home and everything like that. Like nobody was able to go to class. Everything was on Zoom, and that's when things get tough because it was finals week coming up. And the way I like to learn is I like to be there. I like to write notes and everything.
Fuck that, bro. I know finals.
Yeah.
And finals having to do that without even being in class or anything.
Sitting there cooped up in my room, just eating. Like, I couldn't even eat in the cafeteria. I had to go up there, get this, like, green tray. For one, we're athletes. It's like 85% athletes. We got to eat.
So they're not even giving you your full portions.
We're getting like a portion.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just losing weight, dropping weight, and that's the issue that goes on with what's going on with COVID and everything like that, because like we're not able to maintain our weight, we're not able to stay healthy like that, just eating as much and stuff.
So was this your senior year already? Like when you were going into it, it was already your senior year and everything, and
this is basically part 2 of my senior year. I should have been done in December, but half my season wasn't done, so I was like, you know what, let me just slow it down real quick, take a few more classes. I honestly got like 11 units to my name that I have to do to be able to graduate. So you're like done basically. You only have like a couple, like literally a couple classes, because they're like what, on the lowest class is like 3 units probably, right? Yeah. I'm taking soccer, like, I took a swim class, like, bro, I'm literally just taking electives. Yeah, like deadass. So deadass, I'm taking like these stupid elective classes that I don't even need. At one point, I just looked at it and I was like, do I really need to be like 12 units? And like, yeah, you have to be full time, everything still, even though it's our second half. Like, oh, so you just have to be in them. So you're just picking shit that's just like, I just gotta get through it. I'm already like, I'm done, bro. I don't even know I'm here. And so a lot of guys, they actually, they're done. They didn't even, some of our starters, we have 2 starters that just kind of up and left and were like, you know, I'm graduating this semester. And I already applied for all that stuff, so I don't even need to come back. And, you know, we have a shot. This is the closest we've had a shot to the national champions in a long time, because if we went out and we make top 15, or top 16 actually, then we play, then it just goes into the brackets. And then it's like, it just goes down. And it's just top 16 playoffs like that? Oh, I like that. So, why does like NCAA do 4, bro? I mean, shit. I want Alabama to lose. I'm tired of them winning, bro. But think about it though. All these schools that have money like that are able to play every week because they are able to test and everything. Ohio State had 7 games. That sucks. 8, including the national champion. Alabama had 12. That's 12. That's they 12 had a full schedule. To perfect everything. Yeah. Yeah, and then you know, Ohio State has 8 games on their 7 games under their belt going in. They don't have the same exact like. Readiness and everything like that. They haven't perfected everything. Yeah, the rhythm's not fully in there. Yeah, because I know us, like it was like last year we were doing pretty good. But everything started clicking towards the end of the season. Mm-hmm. Like more games as we got closer. We ended up beating the team we lost to. We beat them last year. They were ranked 25 in the nation, and we weren't even ranked. So we were just an average team and everything. And we came in there. We came back from. We were down like 3 touchdowns. We came back in the 4th quarter. Oh shit! And I remember that game, but we was just, you know, right off of the halftime and everything. Came in, get a kickoff. I remember we just blew everybody up. We were just blowing. I remember just running down, and I just in the corner of my eye, I see one of my guys just blow somebody up. Boom, and then another one over here. Boom, and I just, you know, it was just like a tunnel vision to it. And straight hit, big hit. Everybody was ready at that for some reason. Everybody was just like, you know, we can come back, And then we had a freshman quarterback. He ended up transferring, but he started running all over them. And where did he transfer to? He went to a JUCO in Texas. I know that for sure. He went out there. Did he give a reason for that, or was it just? Are they always transferring? Is that just like a normal thing? It's kind of weird, like how that stuff happens. But some guys never really. It's always grades too. That's what really comes into play is like grades and everything. But that guy, he was an issue with like, he wasn't a follower. I mean, he wasn't a leader. He was always giving attitude. Like he just wasn't meant for it. It just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't fitting in. Yeah. So it was just the coach's deal that they were just like, we're not gonna deal with this. Of your schedule you have left, like, do you guys have a lot of ranked teams left that you guys are playing? Damn, I think we have one more ranked team. So you just gotta win out basically and just ball out and just look like a fucking good squad. We just gotta score. And our offense is clicking. It'd be hard for me to believe that if you only had one loss that you wouldn't be in the top 16 because it seems. I mean, to be honest, it's weird because other schools like when we beat Kansas Wesley, they were top 5. We beat them and we didn't even go up that much. We went up a few ranks. But the thing is too, they don't want to rank teams yet because a lot of teams didn't even start their season. So we got schools like Arizona or in Texas that they had to postpone their whole season till the spring. So how's that work? Are they going to catch up or is it going to be the same shit? Yeah, so they're probably going to start earlier than us, I would assume. that they would start earlier than us, and so they can catch up on their games.
Uh-huh.
And then they're gonna drop like a whole poll and list of who's getting ranked and who's what. Because I know our quarterback, he's number 1 in the nation for pass rating. So that dude, he's going pretty good. But recently, one of my guys who I played JUCO with, he was there. He came after Dejan was there, but he just got transferred over to my school. So all his coaching staff basically got fired because they weren't winning games, and like he knew he didn't want to be there because when he caught COVID, he got really sick and everything, and the coach was basically like, "Well, when can you come back?" And he's like, "Dude, I just got COVID."
Like,
you know,
yeah, bro.
That shows that coaches don't even care. Like they just want to win so they can keep their job.
Yeah.
So they ended up losing, and the only game he played in, they won. But they moved him to tackle. He was a center. So
okay.
I was like, "Hey, like, bro, don't even worry about it. Just come to my school. Like, I'll get you hooked up with the coaches." And the quarterback who we have right now, he was his quarterback at that school.
Oh,
so
really?
So
then before he went to Hawaii?
No.
The quarterback.
That's a new recruit we got coming in.
Oh, you don't even know about him.
Yeah, we haven't even met him yet. He came, he just watched one of our practices, and I guess he was like, cool, like I'll show up and everything.
I fuck with this squad.
Yeah,
That's sick. Yeah.
So basically, him coming in, like two quarterbacks transferred out after him because he's a D1 bounce back.
So everybody's like, fuck.
Yeah, so I guess those two guys, but
I think if you leave right off the bat like that doesn't really look like you're a baller, you know. It doesn't look like you're ready to try to, like, because you can battle for the position. Doesn't mean he's gonna start guaranteed if you're better, clearly. Yeah,
so I mean I feel like those guys, they just were kind of fed up already with this whole season and everything like that. So they basically got offers to different schools. They ended up leaving, which is like, you know, it's cool. I guess it's all love.
Whatever,
like,
whatever works for you.
Yeah. Like it's not like we over here like, oh, you're a fucking traitor. Like nah, like, you know, whatever works for you. If it's closer to home, if it's cheaper, like it's best. Because this school's pretty expensive, like, and that's the shit.
And it's in fucking Kansas.
Yeah, it's a private ass school that's like $44,000 a year, and every year the tuition.
What school is it? What is it called again?
Southwestern College.
Southwestern.
Yeah. So like, and
in
every
Kansas.
year that shit just keeps rising, and that's why I kind of wanted to stay more, so I can make more money before I went back. So that way I can just start paying off little stuff like.
Isn't that crazy, man? Like, you being a college athlete, you still, even on your little break you got, come back home to work, bro. Just work, to save some money, and just to go right back out there to fucking grind again. And
that's if I get a job. Like, honestly, this job was because Sabrina, she was an athletic trainer that was at COD before. And she was like, hey, we had just started catching up. I was like, hey, like, how you doing? Everything like that. And she was like, I know you need a job, and you're coming home, like, you know, let me know. She's like, print out your resume and everything. And I went to a resume workshop and everything. I had got it all done, and I sent it to her. And she's like, okay, like, just print it out. Like, she's like, I'll print it out, and I'll meet you there at Rancho Mirage, the library. I was like, okay, cool. So my dumbass, I was at the gym right after, and I wasn't thinking. All I had was my plain white tee and basically, like, gray shorts from fucking Southwestern, bro. And I was like, damn, I don't even have my pants. So I was like, fuck it. Like, if I don't get the job, I don't get the job. Like, it's cool. Yeah. It's not a big deal. So I go in and everything, and there's, like, hella people in there. They're all spaced out and everything. And I'm just like, all right, like, we'll see how this goes. And in my resume, I had put that I was already going to get my bachelor's, which was this upcoming semester. And she's like, oh, you have a bachelor's already and everything? And I just went with that. I was like, yeah, I got it. Just about to finish it up. Just got a few more online classes and I'm good.
Yeah.
And so she ended up taking my resume. She's like, okay, like, we'll give you a call and everything like that. And that was at the beginning of the interview. So we keep talking and everything like that. And she ends up, like, writing down an address. And she's like, you know what, just go on this day. Get tested. You know, when you get your results, like, let us know. And I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up getting my results and everything like that. And they gave me like the hiring paper, the paper I had you fill out.
Yeah.
Just quick few questions, and they ended up hiring us. And
that's crazy.
Apparently, it was like 56 people that they had interviewed, something like that, like in the 50s, and they only hired 8 people.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And you're over there in gym shorts.
And I was in fucking gym shorts. I literally walked in. This motherfucker had a whole button up, a coat, like everything, bro. He looked like he was ready to go to fucking Wall Street. I was like, damn.
They just liked your vibes. You probably just talked like a grown ass man, just like you just.
I
knew what you're doing.
I was honestly surprised I had got the job, because seeing in there, these people were in there like they were older too, so they looked like they were ready for business and all that stuff.
From seeing working there myself, from seeing working for you, I've seen it's mostly young dudes or like younger people that work there. So it seems like they like the younger.
Yeah. So this company is basically off referrals. Like when they need an emergency pool of people, they go to Indeed. And that's why, but that's what's when it's kind of like hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause like Judith, we had that issue with her. She just,
that was from Indeed.
Yeah.
Oh
so
shit.
So she never went to training, and then she never showed up to like the Indio site or anything like that. And me and Sabrina we were site leads there, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, like, where's this person? We started looking down the list, and we had like 4 people missing. I'm like, we had this whole week of training for the site that I have to go to next week.
Mm-hmm.
And we missing 4 or 5 people. So we start calling up people, and they're not answering their phones, everything like that. And eventually, I was like, all right, like, we're just going to let these people go, and we'll start calling people up. We called you up and everything like that. And I thought Dejan had did a good job because Sabrina had missed a day of work for personal reasons. And Dejan had stepped up, and I was like, look, man, like, I ain't going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you. You're going to be a side lead with me at La Quinta. I need you to step up.
Yeah.
And that's when we kind of was just, he started getting in the flow of things and everything. And I had talked to Samantha, which was my boss at the time.
That's so funny. That just makes me think about when he yells at people. He's like, hey, you can't come through. And everybody's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, all right, fuck. Like, yes, sir.
And it's crazy because it blows my mind that you literally see a COVID site going on. And you see people full PPE and you want to walk
why are you coming through here?
without a mask. You're driving their bikes and all that stuff. And the guy that had his, he was on a skateboard and he came in and I'm like, what do you need a vehicle?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I parked over there. And I was like, well, then go bring your vehicle.
Get your car, bro.
Like, you can't just walk in here like that. In line, too. Like, right behind cars and everything. Like, he had his own car.
Just like the skateboard.
Just literally, bro. His fucking helmet and the whole skateboard and shit. And we're sitting there like, you gotta have some common sense. And, that shit's just... It's a trip, honestly, the way everything's been going. It doesn't seem like cases are slowing down. It seems like everything's just getting worse.
Yeah, well, I just think there's some people that... Bro, I don't know. It's almost turned political, It's like there's people that if you think you should wear a mask, you're on the left. If you think you shouldn't, you're on the right. And it's like, it's not even that, It's just like, fuck, bro. If everybody wore a mask, and I don't even know what side I'm on, really. But everybody did wear a mask, and it does bring down cases. And if there's no cases after that, I would rather just everybody wear masks, and then we don't have to worry about it.
And that's the issue is people get fed up. Like, I know, some of my friends that have like high risk brothers and sisters. They've been quarantined since like February of last year, February, March.
See, that's
when this thing
crazy.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, I don't go out at all. I just go out to get groceries. I just go out to, get something that from the house and everything. But we don't like to affiliate anything. No parties, none of that stuff. And I think that's what trips me out the most because people like that have been dedicated to, flattening all this and making sure that like their brothers and their sisters or their grandparents are good, while we have other people who are just going out to parties. Like, you seen that Blueface, his Instagram story?
No, but I've heard.
Dude,
I've heard it's just like parties and shit, right?
Bro,
it's just
like strip
mad
club.
people.
Mad people in a strip club.
Yeah.
Like huge amounts of people and one person wearing a mask. Like, bro. I
heard like many videos in like Florida and shit.
Yeah,
where it's just like all people just partying like crazy.
And I had a friend. He's gonna move out to Utah, and he said he had posted like a video and stuff. It was like hella people in a club type scene, and I was like, whoa! Like I had talked to him too. I was like, dude, like what? Like, how is it out there? And he was just like, dude, they don't even care. Like the cases have been down, I guess, over there. I mean, it's Utah. Like, it's just I don't even know.
They probably just like
It's probably not a huge amount of people. But he was telling me, he was like, yeah, like we really just have all this stuff open.
I don't know what should be done. I just think it I don't know, bro. And that's what sucks. I don't think anybody does know, and it's not so bad for most people our age, but then it is bad for people that have health issues and that are older. So it's like, it's like a give and take, you know? It's like, do you
Yep.
shut down the economy and keep it shut down? Or do you just open it up? And it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, like those people that are dedicated to that shit, bro, they gotta be going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't really party either. I'm just not even that type of person. But I do go to the gym. I go, like, I do my podcast. I do have work. So, like, there's things that I do. And, you know, I go snowboarding, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how people could handle being inside every day, bro. For a year. A year plus is just fucking crazy to me, bro.
That shit, that shit blows my mind, dude. I'm like, damn, like, the fact that you think that, you know, you guys have to take these lengths and everything and just continue to keep quarantine, and then you see videos online, like the whole Washington, D.C. thing, nobody had a mask in sight. Like, nobody.
Bro.
And that's how so many of them got caught. Like, there's a whole, like...
I was thinking about that today, actually, and might be a little weird, and this might throw some people off. Might get some people mad that are on the right side, but
yeah.
I was thinking, bro, how do you support police, and you support people fucking up police? Like, I don't understand. Like, I was just thinking about that today, because I was seeing videos of them hitting them with, like, fire hydrants and, like, or fire extinguishers or whatever and shit, and I'm just like, bro, how are you Blue Lives Matter, yet you're fine beating up on police officers?
That shit's funny. Like, there's a video, literally, like, a whole overview of people, and you see the flags. You see, like, the Blue Lives Matter flags and everything, and these fuckers are using the flags to beat the cops.
You're like, bro.
I was like, dude, that is crazy.
Oh my god, man. That's why I just stay in the middle. I don't fuck with either side, but it's just like, bro, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all. That makes no sense to me.
None at all. And I think that's what kind of throws us, like you said, it throws people off. It's like, you're saying that you want to support police and making sure that not to defund them and everything like that, but here you are, like, going ham on one.
Just beating the shit out of them,
flag
dude.
that says, you know, cops matter, and they just, you know, I think it was crazy because how they rushed inside and everything, and, like, there's videos inside of police officers, people, and the lady getting shot. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude. I felt bad. I felt worse before I saw the video, and I saw the video and I was like, fuck, you can't be climbing through the window, you know? Like, it is the White House, you know, or whatever. So it's like, what do you expect? What do you kind of expect to happen?
I was confused at the fact that they were trying to get in. Like, you got guns drawn, pointed at you, and you think they're not going to use it? They're protecting senates and, like, other people that are already in there. You really think that they're just not going to use that force against you?
I don't know what they were gonna do, man. Like, you're not gonna take over the country, dude. Like, you're not gonna. There is no revolution that's gonna happen, bro. Like, I don't like. I just listened to Joe Rogan. There's a guy on Joe Rogan. He was talking about. He said Saudi Arabia, and he doesn't know the exact percentage, obviously, but he's like 90% of their wealth is in one family.
Damn.
One family, and that's the whole country's wealth. And so that's like, bro, like, you talk about the U.S. The U.S. isn't that shitty. It's not that great, whatever.
Yeah.
There's problems, there's issues, but fuck, dude, you gotta look around a little bit and kind of like, maybe we all need to just like, maybe it's not too bad here. We all need to just settle down, both sides.
I think it's just what kind of like makes everything so crazy is that it's just the left and right. Like, that's what makes us look crazy.
Yeah,
Because when you have people who like the Black Lives Matter protest, and then you got people who don't even believe in that, they want to back up the cops and all that stuff, and when they just clash and everything, like, it makes people from the outside look in, and they're like, damn, like, it's crazy over there. But then in reality, like you said, 90% of that wealth is like controlled by one family, and they don't even know that.
Yeah.
Like, the founders of Walmart and stuff like that, they got billions of money and they don't even know. Nobody knows about it.
Yeah, it's not even ran the way, like, we're all fighting Republican versus Democrat or whatever, and the billionaires are the ones that run the country, you know, and it's like
puppets.
Yeah, and either way, even us fighting like that just looks stupid to me, because in reality, we're all on one team, bro. Like, we all want to.
We're all getting fucked by the same people, bro.
Bro, like,
I mean, oh, dude. Okay, so now that we're on topic of wealth, how do you feel about this? The Amazon founder.
What
was his name?
Bezos?
Yeah,
Jeff
dude.
Bezos?
The amount of money he has is
Yeah, well, Elon Musk just overtook him, dude, as the richest man.
Damn.
Because the Tesla stock just kept fucking flying, bro. He overtook him as the richest man in, I don't know, in the U.S. or whatever, because I don't think it's in the world. I think there's some other, I think some of those Saudi Arabian or whatever, those princes, those oil princes and shit with all that oil money, dude. They got some dough. But, yeah, bro, I don't know. I don't even get it. Because he had, like, the biggest divorce in history, gave up, like, $50 billion or whatever it was, and that didn't even, like, he just...
Basically,
basically
wiped his ass with it and threw it
Here,
on the table.
Bitch, take it, That's fine, right? You'll be okay with $50 billion? Cool. I
mean, bro, $1 billion on the table, take it or leave it, get the fuck out. Like,
yeah, right? Like, what the fuck?
This prenup. You should have signed the fucking prenup.
Yeah, but
no, that shit blows my mind. 171 billion, and we have. I heard someone say it was like 51 million Americans. So everybody could have got like.
Jesus. Well, no, it's like 400. It's 400 million or something.
Something like
it's
that. But still,
but we still could have had $1 million,
and he'll still have fucking.
A whole bunch of money.
170.
And like, it's like, why do you need that money? You know, why are we? But then that turns us into like fucking socialism or whatever. And everybody gets the same, and we can't do that either. Because then you gotta be striving for something. If we all got the same amount of money, bro, half the people, people still are lazy.
Fuck.
No matter what, right?
I didn't even talk about lazy, dude.
No.
We have this issue. So the guy we were working out in India, this guy, like, bro, come on, like the amount of money you're making at this job, it's fucking cake. For what you're doing, 3-4 stations.
Come on, bro. Yeah.
Bro, this dude.
More than I've ever made at a job.
This dude was fucking showing up late to work. He was. I was calling him up like, hey, where you at? It's already 8:00. It was 7:49, something like that. I'm like, hey, where you at? Like, you know. And he sounded like he was just waking up, and he's like, I was looking for my keys. I'm on my way. All right, cool. So I actually, when I was working, I was trying to get overtime and everything like that. I was working on Saturdays there in India, and I'm coming in. They were having more and more issues with them, and so I'm asking Sabrina,
I think I kind of heard about this.
Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on with this guy and everything like that, and she's like, oh, he's showing up late. He's getting attitude at everybody and like all this shit. So I guess he came to work 2 minutes early, and said, well, I'm here. Basically, like waiting for someone to be like, "Oh, fucking good job, you showed up to work." I'm like, "Yeah," but I had a coach that always told me, if you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
You gotta show up early to get fucking all that shit. But he basically was like, he set up a table or something and told one of the new recruits that had just got there. He was like, "Oh, I set this table up so it will stop bitching." And I guess the newest recruit, he went to go tell the leaders. And he's like, hey, this guy is over here talking shit.
He just doesn't like it.
He's like, this guy's just talking shit. So,
he's fucking with the team,
bro. So, and I had got there and everything. And, you know, I'm coming back and everything. And they're telling me everything. They're telling me to spill and everything. And we typing up this fucking whole ass email trying to get this guy out. And I'm all typing. I'm like, man, this motherfucker been lying since the day one. So, apparently, that Friday, the day before I got there, he came late to work. And he used the same excuse he used on me when I was a site lead there.
Looking for his keys?
Looking for his keys. Bro, and I was like, nah, that's bullshit. He told me that. And so I told them, and they're like, you're like, what? Like, they were kind of confused because, like, they didn't expect that. But I was like, dude, like, this guy's been causing issues. Like, he's got to go.
He literally told me that last week.
Bro,
the same shit.
This guy's 20 years old, and he's just fucking lazy. For the job, to even have a job during a pandemic right now.
Dude, at 20 to have this job, what an idiot,
and this guy is just, you know, throwing that shit away and like now. But the thing is, in order to get somebody fired and all that stuff, what I learned is you gotta have that little paper trail.
You gotta have like multiple steps.
Multiple steps, yeah. Like, hey,
that's
like,
what I was telling.
Him
I forgot. I think it was Dejan I was talking to, because I was like, bro, like even if they're no call no show, it's gotta be like no call no show, like 3 days straight, like 4 days straight, and then it's gotta be like all kinds of shit. Like you gotta have like, so when you do fire them, they don't try to come back and get you guys and get the business and like they fired me for no reason and shit.
Yeah, and that's how
that's
he
what
was
he did.
He was basically like saying like we were hating on him for no reason. Like, bro, first off, we don't give a fuck who you are. You just show up to work, do the work, and shut up. Like, honestly, and that was the biggest issue with us. So we're like, hey, like we just want you to show up to work on time. We just want you to do work. Like, you stop being lazy. And apparently he had volunteered one day to stay at the front gate during lunch because in India that back gate is fucking huge with like all the cars and everything. We started turning away walk-ins because that was when the labs were being flooded. So the lab's capacity was 40,000. We were giving them like 65,000 a day.
They're like, bro.
So they couldn't keep up, and people were coming back saying, "Hey, where's my results?" Like, well, give us some time. Like, we'll get your results coming in, and everything. But so he volunteered to stay up to the top at the gate and everything. He was like, "Yeah, I'll volunteer." And at 30 minutes in, the other side lead, she went to go and replace them. But he tried to throw that in their faces, talking about like, "Oh, well, I volunteered to stay at the front gate and everything like that, and you guys still are getting upset about me." Like, basically saying like, "I did this one thing,
bro. This is like a daily thing you gotta do. This isn't a one time you did something good."
Yeah, and it's like, and we appreciate the effort, but it's just not consistent.
Yeah.
You do this, you volunteer to stay for 30 minutes. Oh, okay, like, we're giving you a whole hour.
That's crazy.
Legally, all we have to do is give them 30 minutes. Think about it. Like, how many other companies, you take 10-minute break, you take your half-hour lunch, you take a 10-minute break, and then your 8-hour shift is done.
Yeah.
So, what I like about this, what Curative does, you're going in, you get your full, 4 hours in. Because it's literally 8 to 12, and then you have lunch and everything like that for a whole hour.
Uh-huh.
So, you're basically getting 10 extra minutes. If you put everything together, you're basically getting 10 extra minutes. Yeah. And it's not like you're on your feet all day. It's not like you're walking around all day and all this shit. Like, you get to sit down. You get to do the computer. You get to go to the restroom. Whatever.
Bro, that's honestly, it's a good job, dude.
And it's really easy. And you get free fucking lunch. Who can't, come on. You can't complain about
free
that.
lunch and you get
But we can pick whatever the fuck you want. What we had?
2 burgers, fucking cookies. And
Bro, I was writing in the memo for my breaks, which I had to write down what everybody gets. And I was like, man, this motherfucker Troy was eating. Bro, you had a spicy chicken combo. You had a 2 for $5. You had a chocolate chip cookie, iced tea.
It was like right under the 15. I was like,
this motherfucker at $14.87.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
Fuck. That was the one time I did it because like Panda, I just got a regular plate.
But I mean,
bro, that's shit, dude. $15 limit too, bro. You're eating well.
You're eating good. You're eating every day. The whole fucking meal. And if you're going for fast food, you get 2 meals, like basically.
That shit's crazy.
So it's like, and you get paid weekly. Like, how many? I've never had a job ever that paid me weekly.
Yeah.
Unless it was, I was reffing for kids football. But
that's some basic
shit
like under the table type
of
cash or some
basically.
Shit. Yeah, bro. Exactly.
But that, like, it confuses me. It's like, you have this easy ass job in front of you. All you have to do is show up on time. Yeah. Even if you're not doing the work right.
That's what's cool about our crew out in La Quinta. I don't know how it is going right now, but how it was going, it was just like good. Everybody just handled their shit. There was like no issues really.
That's the thing I was like, and and if there was an issue, they were communicating.
Yeah,
like
it was very like quickly communicated.
Like, hey, like I'm gonna be a few minutes late. It's cool. As long as you're here by 8 o'clock, it's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you let me know. If you just show up at fucking 8 and you ain't say nothing, I'll be like, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, why the fuck did you not?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't just shoot me a text real quick. Hey, I'm gonna be 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late.
And if it happens, it happens. Like, hey, I woke up late. I'm sorry, And it's cool. As long as it's not a consistent shit, like, it's cool. Like, I'm very lenient. I'm not even a dick like that. Like, I'm just like, it's cool. Shit happens. Like, me coming from Thousand Palms, that's a 30-minute drive. That shit's far. Sometimes, like, Hector, too, he has times where he drives far. He's like a 35-minute drive. Yeah,
well, you even had an issue on the freeway one time.
Yeah,
where the freeway was backed up and shit. Yeah,
the whole truck that had flipped over. That was the day he had texted me, and I was already leaving. Right when I was about to hit the, I was waiting to turn into the freeway.
Damn.
And right when I seen the whole traffic and everything, bro, I just flipped the fucking U, and I took Varner all the way down to Washington.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, no, sir. But
fuck, dude.
That's what I really liked about the team. It's kind of like a family setting. Like, we work together good. There hasn't been any issues at all. And everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows positions. They're good at rotating. That's what I had liked about it. And today being my last day, they got me a car. They got me like a $25 Starbucks gift card. Yeah.
And today's really your last day there?
Yeah. So I started driving out in like 6 hours. That's like.
Are you sleeping? You going to sleep right now?
So I usually drive as far as I can, and then I like sleep somewhere. So last time I made it to Santa Rosa, New Mexico, which is about 14 hours away, 15 hours.
Where do you sleep at? Just find a spot.
Just chill in my car, sleep in my passenger seat. I mean, I'm on the move type of person. Like, if I'm driving to school, I don't want to wait. I don't want to buy a whole ass hotel. Waste the whole fucking 8 hours and shit.
How long is that drive?
It's 21, 22 hours, depending on.
Oh my god!
So if I leave tonight and I go through Phoenix and everything like that, obviously there's no traffic. But if I hit like Phoenix around 12 or 1, that's when there's a traffic jam. Like this shit, like that's when it becomes like 22, 23 hours. But if I hit the
so if you get through Phoenix, is it just chill after that?
Yeah, it's honestly chill until I get to Albuquerque. That's like a major city in New Mexico, right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
That's when it kind of fills up with traffic there too. And those fuckers, they drive crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of like LA. It's kind of like LA traffic. Those fuckers are just cutting people off.
It's aggressive as fuck. Like,
yeah, and I'm just like, damn.
Don't get hit, bitch.
Yeah, and when I was driving back from school, it was around like 4 p.m., 5. It was like, everybody's getting home from work and everything.
Uh-huh.
And I'm driving there, and I'm like, holy shit, there's hella fucking cars. And I had to wake up a little bit. I was like, okay, let me sit upright and let me check my corners and shit. Yeah. There's fucking cars just zooming.
Damn,
and
that's a
so I really have to like basically calculate how I'm gonna do it. If I leave at 5 o'clock in the morning, I have to pass through Phoenix in the morning, and by the time I get to Albuquerque, it'll be like 5 or 6. But with getting gas, getting food, chilling a little bit, it might be like 7 or 8 o'clock when I pass Albuquerque.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's not gonna be any cars, and then I just drive as far as I can, it'll be good. But what I started doing, this last time I drove through the night like 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. My mom had just had surgery, and my little brother was the only one home because my dad's been working up in Yucca. I couldn't sleep. I just was like, I'm gonna leave at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was maybe like 11 or 12. I was like, I just can't sleep. So what I did is I ended up packing up my room right there at the time because I was gonna wake up at 3, finish packing, leave at 4.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up just packing the rest of my room at that time at 12, and it was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I knocked out for like maybe an hour, and I woke up again and I was like, damn, I gotta leave already, like I can't. So I just ended up filling out my exit form, and I left and I hit the road and everything. And when I got to Oklahoma City, that's when it started hitting me. It was like 3 hours in the drive.
Uh-huh.
It started hitting me, so I was like, all right, pulled over real quick, took a quick nap, took a 2-3 hour nap. I woke up, got some. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Got Subway, and took like a half a scoop of pre-workout, like just
I
enough.
fuck with that shit too.
Just enough for me to not get the jitters and the itches, but just enough to keep me. Yeah, just enough to keep me going.
Yeah.
And I drove 17 straight hours after that.
And you're good,
bro. 17 straight hours with just a half a scoop of pre-workout. And when I got to Gallup, New Mexico, which is right before you hit Arizona, I was like in the car and I was like, damn, I'm kind of hungry again. But I don't like to eat when I drive because when I do, I get like food coma, I get sleepy.
You get tired, you're gonna fall like.
Yeah, but I figured Subway's has been the best bet. Like I don't get tired after I eat it. When I was driving the first time, I had fucking Whataburger, and boy, I was like, oh fuck yeah, patty melt. Let me get that honey biscuit.
You're going to bed, bro. You're going to sleep.
I said, let me get that honey biscuit chicken slider, all that
God.
shit. And I remember I was literally driving 5 minutes, and I'm like, damn, I'm fucking tired. So I ended up pulling over, and I had to that shit put me to bed, quick. And I was like, damn, that shit, never doing that again. So when I was driving, then I started noticing that when I eat Subway, I feel good. Like, I feel fine. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, and I don't have to use the restroom, like, right away. So, with my Subway, when I was in Gallup, I still had 9 hours left. And Arizona is fucking huge. I didn't even realize how big it was. I was thinking, like, okay, I just got to get through Arizona and I'll be fine. Arizona's like an 8.5 hour drive.
Fuck.
Arizona's not small. I was like, fuck, dude, because, you have the Arizona, the desert, the little cities and everything, and then you got this fucking, like, these forests.
Yeah, like Williams, Flagstaff, like
all that shit. So,
the
first time I went to Flagstaff, but that shit was straight uphill and everything, and it was dark, it was fucking snowing.
It's kind of sketch, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was like, fuck, no, I'm not going through here anymore. And
my grandparents live in Williams, which is like right by Flagstaff.
Yeah, so I ended up going more towards the right. Like, instead of going up to the middle of Phoenix and then going up, I ended up just going straight, and there's like a different forest up there.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what it's called, but I like going there through the night because it's so there's no lights, so it's so clear you can see
Oh,
everything.
you can see the
No
stars
light
and
pollution.
shit.
That shit is crazy, and I'm always trying to snap this shit. I'm like, damn, my fucking camera's not picking up shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's really nice up there.
That's crazy because a lot of people nowadays, bro. Well, a lot of us live in cities and shit. We don't even see it. You don't even see it. You don't even remember it. I remember as a kid even looking at the stars, and there's like you could see them pretty well. Now you can't see shit.
Because you go to 74 is probably the best bet because it's like the least amount of light pollution up there.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not. It doesn't do any justice. Like, bro, when I was driving, I'm fucking sticking my head out the window like, God damn, this shit's crazy.
Because they're everywhere, huh?
They're
it's just like nonstop.
It's huge. Like you can see everything.
Damn. Have you had any crazy experiences on these long ass road trips? Like, have you had anything crazy happen, or any like, I don't know. It's just like crazy.
I've had near hits like fucking almost every time I drive. I have like a near experience.
I feel like that happens a lot. If you're going on a road trip, you're bound to almost hit somebody.
Yeah,
like almost
and it's
hit.
not even you. It's the fact that how the way other people drive.
Yeah,
that's what trips me out because I'll be driving next to trucks. Well, I fucking hate trucks now. I don't even like driving next to them. But out here, like, it's cool. You know, I drive through the middle of them. It's cool. But once you leave California, it's just 2 lanes. It's just
exactly.
Right. Yeah, that's it. So when you're driving next to everybody, all that going out towards Arizona, that's how it is the whole way to Kansas. Unless you hit a major city, it'll go to like 6. And then it goes right back down to 2.
Oh, shit.
So I was driving in New Mexico the first time. It was early in the morning. It's like maybe 7. I had just started driving. I had pumped gas. Everything was good. I was alert. I was awake. I was chilling. And I'm driving. And all of a sudden, in the corner of my eye, I'm next to this trailer. I see the tire just start moving towards me. Like, what the fuck? And I look over, and I still had some space, so I kind of like creeped over. I was like, maybe he's just kind of swerving a little bit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I see this fucking tire just coming, bro. I fucking brake so fast, and like I was going like 85. I do like 85 the whole way there, and I braked so fast. I dropped down to like maybe 45 miles per hour, and the whole fucking truck just swerved into the lane. Didn't even look.
Damn.
Didn't even look. And that shit right there is, oh man, I was just like, damn.
You were awake after that.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was already good. Like I was like, I just got gas and I'm relaxed. But after that shit, I was alert. I was like, damn, I really gotta watch out for everybody.
Do you, since this is your last year in football, do you have any plans on playing after this?
No, to be honest, I kind of use football just to get my education. I mean, like that's just something I love to do. It's
what
just
are
like
you What are you majoring in?
Psychology. Right now, my plan was to just become a firefighter and everything. At first, I wanted to become a cop. Like I was like down to do that shit. I was in the Explorer program.
Yeah, I wanted to be a cop for a while too.
Yeah, and then the whole Ferguson stuff happened and all that. While I was an Explorer, you get to be like one-on-one with a lot of police officers.
Oh,
and you start learning.
So you got some, you got you got close-up experience.
Yeah, so these motherfuckers are dicks, bro. Like,
a lot of them are, huh?
When I was I approached the sheriff officer, he was just chilling right there in Thousand Palms. I was like, hey mom, like pull over real quick, let me talk to the sheriff. And I approached him. I was like, hey, like I had a question. How can I before I became an Explorer? I was like, how can I become an Explorer? The dude is being a fucking dick. He's like, oh, I'm gonna need you to step back from my vehicle, and like this, like being a fucking, yeah, bro. Like, dude, I was a fucking high schooler, like senior year in high school,
like trying to be a cop.
Trying to be a cop. I'm like, hey, like I really want to know how I can join you guys' Explorer program and shit. And this fucker like came at me like I was, a threat to him or some shit. He's like, I'm gonna need you to step back from my car. This and that, like fucking attitude, bro. Like being a fucking dick. And I was like, damn, like. Yeah. Okay, like maybe it was just a bad time.
Yeah.
And when I became an Explorer for Cathedral City Police, you meet some cool ass cops. They're cool as fuck. Like they let people go and shit. Like, they give people chances. But you start like being closer in one-on-ones. These fuckers are just assholes, bro. Like they really just disrespect you. Like you have like a few hairs from not shaving right, and they'll fucking thrash you.
It's like, what is that, bro?
30,
what's the point of that, bro?
Like, it's like, and I would think at times, I'm like, am I in fucking boot camp? Like, what the fuck am I doing? I was like, I'm not even an officer yet, and I'm getting treated like I'm already in the ranks and all this shit. Literally.
And either way, dog, do my 2 hairs, does that matter on how I do my job? Like, let's be honest, bro. Like,
be like, hey, like, you got some, maybe you should clean up a little bit. That's one thing, but to just be like, oh, oh, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is
It's
this?
like-
all up in your face, bro, and you just standing there like with your hands behind your back and shit. And I'm like, what? Like,
That's just.
I'm like, do I really want to do this shit? Because I wanted to snap. Like, you play sports all your life, you get competitive.
Exactly.
So
you don't
when
let somebody just talk to you like
so
that.
when somebody gets in your face like that, you don't let that shit happen. Like you snap back.
That's what's kept me from doing it, just for that exact reason. Because I know I'm not gonna let there and just let somebody just yell at me and like make me feel like an idiot for like
the fucking simplest shit.
Yeah,
like, man, I could go in and
like,
fucking get some tweezers and pluck them out, bro. Like it wasn't even a big deal.
Sir, yes, sir. Like
yeah,
get the
like
fuck
what the
out
fuck,
of here,
bro?
Like, we're all grown ups here, right? Like I got kids and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Talking to me like I'm your child.
That's
fuck. I've had this conversation with a few people, dude, and I told them what I really think the issue is with cops nowadays is a lot of those cops are people that, number one, didn't live a life at all because they're obviously straight edge, so they never did drugs, they didn't do anything, no experiences. Number two, they're ROTC kids and shit, bro. They're not kids that they didn't play football, bro. They didn't play sports. They didn't fucking like. They weren't like men and not like it's just I'm sure people get what I'm saying, but they just like they didn't really like have to experience any sort of adversity when they're growing up. Yeah. So then they go and they're cops, and then they feel like maybe they're bullied
like they got the
or
fucking
whatever.
Power, bro.
Yes, and
they
now
feel like
I'm
they want
gonna
to be the
bully you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, there you
and
go.
It's like, is that really what you want as a cop?
And I remember being 17 years old, and this fucking 14-year-old kid in my face yelling at me because it goes by seniority. So this kid was already there for like
Get
6
the
months.
fuck out of here,
I swear,
dude.
this kid was fucking...
Like, dude, if we weren't in here, I would beat the fuck out of you. You know that, right?
This
like,
motherfucker's 14 years old, bro, this tall, like, yelling in my face. I'm like, bro, you're fucking lying. And you're not yelling in my face right now. The 20-year-old dude wasn't even like that. This dude was straight out of ROTC. He would fucking shave his head. Like, he was straight bootlicker type kid. And I was like, fuck. This motherfucker is in my face yelling at me because I forgot a code. Or I forgot to shave some shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, I was like, hell no, fuck that. And I remember the first week I was there, apparently one of the officers didn't like me. He didn't even like me already. Because apparently I was too cocky or too confident.
Yeah,
like,
because you were an athlete.
Yeah,
and that was just
I was like, yeah, like
him
shit.
Off
They were doing, so they would do push-ups for fallen officers, which I respected. I did it. It was my first week there. I was like, yeah, like I'll do it too, out of respect. And it was maybe around like 110. It was towards the end of the year already, so it was like a lot of officers had been, killed and stuff like that, or just car accidents and stuff. And I remember doing the push-ups with them and everything because I was already an athlete. I was doing push-ups on the daily.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently, one of the officers was talking shit about me. I was like, "Whoa, I don't fucking like this guy. He's too cocky. He's too confident. This and that." And in my head, I'm thinking like, this motherfucker wants me to come in as a little scared ass kid talking about, "Oh, can you take me under your wing?" Like, I ain't no bitch, bro.
Yeah, like how do you want me to be?
Yeah, like I ain't gonna come in there on my fucking knees begging for a position for you guys. Like, I'm doing this for myself. Like, none of you guys have shit for me and everything. And just being in that program for a whole 6-7 months, I learned like right away. I was like, this ain't for me. I want to help people, but I'm not gonna be a fucking piece of shit about it.
Yeah, like, because you would, let's say, okay, you do end up being a cop and shit, you would literally have to be the one guy that goes against the other cops, You'd be the cop that's just the black sheep.
Yep. And like, that's their whole fucking deal. They whatever it is, they have to back each other up.
And that's not how it works, bro. That's not how life works. Like, it, obviously, to a certain extent, Like, to a certain extent. If you're doing something right, bro, I'm going to back you up. But if you're fucking, beating the fuck out of a handcuffed suspect... I don't support that, Like, I just think there should be some, like, clear common sense, but I don't know. But, so is your goal now be a firefighter? Is that what you want to do now?
Yeah, so firefighter EMT is what I'm shooting for. But of course, like, with curative and everything, I feel like I have a really good position. And I talked to Darren, and he was like, we'll hold your position for you and everything like that. You can come back and everything. And if for whatever reason, La Quinta gets shut down or we flatten the curve more and we don't need this up, like, as a site lead, I have a permanent position in the
actual business and the actual company.
So when you're a site specialist, you're just temporary. Like they brought you in temporary. They explained that to you, like, hey, like, this is a temporary job for right now. Yeah. And they were saying that it was only supposed to be like a month or two, but obviously none of this is getting better. So things can continue to grow, cases continue to rise. And So
that's what I want to do too. I want to get up to that site lead spot because that's once you're in the company, then it's like your chances of staying are a lot higher. Obviously.
Yeah. So, and the thing too, Palm Desert's opening up.
Yep.
Palm Springs is opening up. There's
and then like a thermal or something, right?
Yeah, and thermal too. So it's like
bro, there's spots
are up for being grabs. Like,
yeah.
When you work your ass off, when I came in, it was just Rancho.
Dude, that's what I was telling Dijon today. I was like, bro, I was already like running the outside. Yeah. I was like, when you guys are inside, I was already running the outside, and then I was like, I had to leave, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, like what the fuck?
And it's so easy to just step up and be like, hey, like.
Just handle it, because it's not that crazy.
A lot of people, they'd be like, okay, like, let's do this. Like, they'll listen to you. They're not going to just be like, and La Quinta's like that. Like, we don't have any issues like that.
Exactly. They just kind of just...
Everybody does what they need to do. Everybody, like, communicates well and everything like that. So, obviously, when we're inside, we have fucking... I'd be inside for about 4 or 5 hours, like, at a time. Fucking meetings. Like, back today, I had a 2-hour meeting. And then we had to talk to HR today. And, I had to fix the Brex card because every time you take you put anything on your Brex, you have to have a whole memo to it and attach to your receipts. So everybody who's got the list that I have, we had Kaylin or Dijon do. I have them like copy and paste it to me, and I just put it all in there. So it has to show everything. If you don't have certain details on the card, they'll lock it.
Like they'll be like, nah, bro.
Yeah, like this company
I don't know
card,
where this came from.
Yep, this company card is the memo's incorrect or receipt's not attached. Like we're just gonna lock your card, and that's why today I was like, shit. If it's gonna be my last day, I'm gonna fucking do everything. I have to do my breaks and the media labs too. All my media labs for the vaccine, they're coming out with the vaccine. So apparently Indio's starting vaccines, but it's like registered nurses and like LVNs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it has to be nurses because they're actually like.
I don't even know how. Yeah, I don't even know how, like that came up, but I guess like, I think that's just like through companies being like, hey, can I have my staff vaccinated?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's how they're doing it because you can't just go up and be like, get tested now or get a vaccine now. Like that button's not available yet. So yeah. I don't know who it is and stuff because we're not there anymore. But
how do you feel about that yourself? Would you get one of those?
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I wouldn't, to be honest with you. I'm like, hey, I forgot I got to do another semester of school. Yeah. That vaccine can wait.
Yeah, I feel the same way, bro. I feel like for now, I don't think I would. Just for now, I need to wait it out, bro. That's so funny.
I mean, think about it though. Like so many. People,
I'm not gonna lie.
So many people don't get the newest consoles because like there's gonna be bugs, there's gonna be glitches, there's gonna be stuff like. That's the exact same thing with the vaccine. It's not perfect. Yeah, it's not
exactly. It's brand new to it. It's a totally different vaccine.
Rushed.
Yeah,
it's completely rushed. Like I mean, it's been a year and everything like that.
Bro, fuck that. Bro.
But the average vaccine takes like 4 to 5 years to be even approved by the FDA. Exactly. So the fact that this came out in 1 year, and there's so many like videos, and I don't like to look at stuff like that because then you just sit there and you just brainwashed by stuff like. Because
then you're like, oh, it's all bad. Everybody's fucked. Yeah, you know? And it's like.
I got off of social media right after, so I went to a few protests in the summer. Everything, you know, Black Lives Matters and all that stuff. I had so many teammates, like Dijon, for example, like, you know, brothers of the same team and everything like that, just different race. And I never seen that as a problem, you know, and I go to school out in Kansas and stuff was mainly white.
So you kind of saw the separation a little more?
You see Confederate flags, you see people with huge Trump flags. Like, I was at Sonic one time, and I was bumping Bad Bunny, and I was just listening to some music and shit, and it was in Spanish, and these fuckers just giving me dirty looks, bro. They didn't even fuck with me. And to leave Sonic, you have to go around, and on the other side is where they were all sitting. They have like we have car meets here in fucking Sonic and shit. Yeah. Those fuckers have redneck trucks like
truck meets.
Yes, bro. Yeah. Who has the biggest souped up truck there? They just redneck truck. Yeah, bro. So I'm leaving, and right as I'm passing, you know, still playing my music, and my window was down. This fucker started revving his truck, and those old diesel trucks throw out a lot of smoke. So when I was passing, he was trying to blow smoke in my car, being disrespectful as hell. Yeah. I was like, bro, but I'm sitting there by myself. There's fucking 8, 9, 10 of them. Yeah. And I was just like, man, I'm just good. While I was driving this shit,
having a fucking KKK rally. And
basically, bro, like. And they don't give a fuck out there. They're racist as fuck.
See, that's what sucks, man. Because I grew up in Blythe. Yeah. So it's like small town right here in California. And it's like, bro, my best friends were black. So I didn't grow up around that either. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, like for me growing up, it was like, bro, I don't even see what you guys are talking about. Like all my homies, like we all get along. Like what the fuck? I've had homies that are black that live with me and shit. And then it's like that experience. Damn, it opens your eyes for sure. It has to be like, what the?
And there's been other things. One of my teammates, he's African and all that. Like his dad's straight, like African, has a whole accent and everything.
Yeah.
He's the manager for that Sonic, and apparently while he was there, there was like this white guy who was upset about his order, and then he's like, "You effing blah blah blah," like bro, using the hard R, everything, bro, like throwing everything out the book. Like this is why my food's bad because it's ran by you guys, by people of you, people of you. That's what he kept saying. And it's like, and he's just throwing everything out the bag.
That shit sounds.
It's so ignorant, bro. Like,
it's like, bro, because the color, like everything, like I need
So I fucked up your order because I'm Mexican. Come on.
That makes sense, right? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. That's the shit I didn't even. If you even go down to it, bro, I didn't even choose to be born. So how the fuck did I choose this, bro? Like, what the fuck?
I just won the fucking race.
Yeah, I'm stuck here now, man. Like, what the hell?
That shit, it blows my mind, dude. That shit's fucking crazy. Coming from, you know, the Coachella Valley of being like a mix. Like, this is the melting pot. Coachella Valley is the melting pot of, like, every race you can think of right here.
See, like, some parts in the Coachella Valley, I feel like an outsider. If I go to Coachella, like, Indio, some people are looking at me like, I'm like, fuck, I probably shouldn't be right here, you feel me? But I feel like I'm an outsider sometimes. I mean... Barely, though. Not, like, crazy. I'm just saying.
Like, that's how I feel when we was at Rancho Mirage. I'm talking, like, we had Bentley, we had Range Rovers, we had
feels a little weird.
Everything, bro. Like, nice-ass fucking cars and shit, and it's just, like... a lot of white people in there. Like, that's just their gated communities. They're all those stuff. They were the ones that were the first ones to get there. And some are really respectful, like, oh, you know, thank you guys so much for everything you're doing. And other people are just fucking disrespectful.
They act like you're their slave.
Why the fuck am I waiting in line for 15 minutes? The fuck?
Yeah, bro, like, what do you mean?
Did you make an appointment? No. Then why the fuck are you bitching?
Why would you go to the front?
Exactly. And that shit.
Bro, do you have your fast pass?
Bro, I know.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
can I pay to get faster? Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you can make an appointment.
Damn.
And this shit is just, a lot of people just like, I guess are entitled in everything. Yeah. And just like they're fucking. Some are respectful, some are humble, and like, you know, they'll thank you.
It's weird too, bro, because I saw that when I worked at Bighorn. I did security at Bighorn, and all those people are multimillionaires, billionaires. That's fucking crazy. And you see them and just like even the parties, bro, it's just so fake. You're just like everybody's just like so perfect, and then you got like the dudes that are like 70, all their girlfriends are 20 blonde chicks, 20-year-old blonde chicks and shit. And you're like, what the fuck is this shit that we're here? What are we doing, you know?
They just sit at bars, bro, and pick a fucking young-ass woman. If you wave... I mean, let's be honest,
dude, money's power, bro. Money's everything, honestly.
Yeah. If you sit there and you're waving money at people and shit, they're gonna do it. If I was fucking 18 years old and this old ass lady, you know, talking about if you could just go out to dinner with, and some don't even want sexual favors like that. They just want you to kick it with them. Yeah, they just want that attention. They want that that affection and all that stuff like that. And like if an older lady had told me like if I was 18 coming out of, you know, growing up without money, bro. Hold on. Let me
I would do it. I'm with you too. I
would go out and, you know, have a few dates with her and everything.
Bro, I would have a few dates and I'd eat her pussy, bro. I would go full on in, bro. I would do it, bro. I'm just kidding. I would, if I was 18, bro, I'd try to make that money.
But I mean, if we're being honest though, there is some people who do that shit.
Yeah, they do.
Like, even if they don't ask for it, like they want to do that shit to stay in that position. And I mean that's on them. Like, you know, get your fucking money and shit. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell you shit when you got that new Mercedes. Like, shit. But that's not me.
This whole world is crazy now, dude. Even like just OnlyFans and everything, dude. Everything is like, bro, like.
And that shit
weird,
really took
dude.
off.
It took off. Yeah, bitches got some money on there too.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Got some weird ass motherfuckers. I'm sure, you know, falling their ass.
And that's the thing. There was this Instagram model. This was back in the summer. She basically made an OnlyFans. Posted her pictures from Instagram.
The same shit, right?
The same shit, like bikini pics, you know, shit like that. And she fucking made like $50,000 in like a week.
Yeah, people, and it's the same photos.
It's the same pictures.
People are just stupid.
You got people who are asking for like they get feet pics and shit like that. Well, if I was a girl and I had nice ass fucking feet, yeah. $20 for a fucking foot
Okay.
pic? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Search up the internet, like, who has nice feet and
use
shit.
use my one photo I took of my foot.
That's
you know,
what I'm
just
saying.
send the same photo, bro. Like,
but then I've had friends who tell me like, damn, like these guys are fucking weird. Like, they want some nasty ass shit. Like,
yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, it's crazy because like money's power, but pussy's power too.
Pussy's
All
a
that
lot
shit,
of power, bro.
That shit, it don't make anybody do some stupid shit. Like
It's crazy just how out there we are nowadays, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just even like how thirsty people are nowadays, like chicks guaranteed if you're a good looking chick, bro, you got 10 plus dudes in your DMs like any given day.
Constant. Yeah.
20, 30, 40 maybe, you
Yeah.
know, like more than that. And it's just like that's wild, dude. The opportunities are just like everywhere.
Just there, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit. As a girl, you just if I'm hungry, let me hit up one of these motherfuckers and give me some food. You know, and that shit does happen, bro. Like,
how fucked up is that? Let me just hit up one of these motherfuckers. Give me some food.
Yeah. These girls give these guys a little bit of attention. They fucking, you know, give them little crumbs here and there and shit. Like, oh,
that's it hungry. Too, huh?
And these fuckers jump at that opportunity. Oh, let me take you out to eat.
I got you, baby.
I got you. What you want to eat?
Yeah.
You know, and these girls like they like, oh no, I'm good right now, and then like a few days they'll fucking take advantage of that shit, and it happens all the time, bro. I mean, that shit. I mean, I'm like, don't get me wrong. When I'm talking to a female, I'm like, yeah, let's go out to eat. You know, like that's my signature thing.
Clearly,
like, let's go out to eat. Like, you know, and everybody likes to eat, and everybody likes to fucking do some shit. But to think about it, how girls do take advantage of shit like that.
That's wild.
And they don't even gotta do anything. They just be like, all right, we just went on a little date, and they just want to go eat. They want to fucking run up all that shit. But I mean, to be honest, like, what if I'm not dating somebody? I'm not gonna be like spending money.
Yeah, you gotta be smart, you know. Then that's where some guys just, you know, that's just where they get caught and shit. They get too caught up in.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be smart. You can't be, and a lot of times they don't even like the extra attention. They'd rather you be more like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking pay for all your shit, bitch. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, who you think I am? Like, what the fuck? I'm not.
You see that shit all the time. The nice ass girls that have the fucking asshole boyfriends and shit.
Yeah,
like, yeah. I see some people dating people who have no future. Like, where, like, to be honest, that's one of my biggest turnoffs. Like, if you ask somebody like, hey, what are your plans? Like, what do you feel like you want to do? Where
and
do
they
you
don't
see
have
yourself?
nothing, and you're like, what the fuck?
I like kids, but I don't like school. I'm like, well, all right. Like, what do you feel like you should do with the kids? You know, I don't know. Like,
you don't have any plan. Like, even if it doesn't work out, you haven't given me shit. Like, there's not any idea.
I mean, I understand we're in a pandemic and shit's hard to get to, but it's like, what, like, where?
Even right now, dude, this is when you should start like your own business.
This is when
your own hobby, your own something. Yeah. You know,
and
like,
even if you're not able to do that shit, write down some goals. Like, what do you have goals and shit? Like, what? And that shit always comes up. Like, when I'm feeling somebody, I want to know, like, hey, like, what are your goals? What do you feel like you want to do and shit? Like, this year or this school, you know? Like, where do you see yourself? And you have those girls that are like, oh yeah, I want to be a nurse. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then you have those girls who are just like, I don't know. And I'm like, man.
And it's like they look the same. You're like, so you look the same, or you both look cute. And it's like, I can't go with the one that... This one's over
here thinking that she's going to have a future and shit, and she's working towards that shit. And you might be cuter, you might be having all this other shit, but you ain't got nothing going.
How long does that go for, though? You know, it's like, at the end of the day, like, it feels the same.
Yeah,
you know?
Unless
like,
you got that OnlyFans cracking and you got shit like that.
Then that's your plan, though, bitch. You should be telling me your plan.
You got your money and shit. Like, but if you ain't got no job, and I know jobs are hard to come by right now and shit, but, I mean... If you don't have, if you're not looking, you're not trying. Like, let's be honest. I fucking, dude. It took me a month to get a job when I came home in the summer. I came home in March because we got let go early, and I applied at Costco, Target.
But it's like jobs are hard to come by, but it's jobs that you really kind of want, you know? Because like you could always do like DoorDash. You could always do Postmates, and like those are, you could work that shit every day, and it's not the best shit, but it could be something in a pandemic where you're fucking.
Especially right now with everybody who doesn't even want to go outside, they want the food just taken to them. You know, and they'll fucking help you out and shit.
People are working like crazy.
Yeah, but I remember I was looking and I didn't find shit. I applied to Costco and all this other shit, and they never got back to me. I remember applying to Sam's Club. I went in that bitch 3 times. And I was like, hey, can I talk to your manager? Can I talk to your manager? And like, hey, like I applied. Like I'm looking for this job. Like what you guys got for me?
Yeah.
And like, oh, we haven't got anything yet. Blah blah blah. A recruiter. So apparently, I get a call from somebody in fucking Wyoming, like far as fuck, and they're like, hey, you applied to this position and everything like that.
You're like, bro, how the
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna move.
So the way I got, so the way I get hired is by someone from fucking Wyoming. Doesn't even get a. They interview me. They are the ones who interview you.
Oh, for right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
here.
like, what the fuck?
And then they're like, okay, like we'll have you go to the date. We'll have you go on a Monday, and then you get your whole orientation going and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. And you just take like they give you a code and like some other stuff. It's basically you get a whole offer package and everything, just like Curative did. They give you an offer package and all that stuff. And then they work out, the managers there work out what they want you to do. So they had me at 4 o'clock in the morning every fucking day. So I was like, okay, it's cool. No biggie, no problem. I could do this. Bro, month 2, I was like, fuck.
That just sucked after a while,
like,
bro.
Fuck, dude. And I remember that's when we were on the consistent workout shit. Like, we was working out every day. And
I remember when you were
you fuckers would be there and shit.
Yeah, you'd come out like
up, and I'm just like, fuck, y'all ready to work out?
Yeah, all out of it. Damn.
Because I would be up at 3:30 maybe, because Sam's Club's like 5 minutes away. So I'd be up at like 3:30, make my lunch, and I'm talking lunches at like fucking 6. So I gotta make breakfast basically. Yeah. And I was eating chicken and broccoli all the time and everything, and I wasn't getting enough meals in.
Bro.
I was at one point I was at 235. Like I was solid, bro. I was doing good and shit. And it was super hot.
I remember like the first time I went and worked out at your garage, and I saw you lift. I was like, Jesus Christ, because I was like, I didn't know how strong you were, and then I saw you lift. I was like, oh motherfucker, this fool lifts like Dejan.
It was, it was up to 300 pounds and everything, but I guess building that stamina, it was what it was at.
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking out.
You could just push out reps, bro.
Yeah, I repped out 300 for 12 or 13, and then when the gyms are closing and we went to fucking EOS, I was doing the leg press. And I had my backpack next to 210s, and I fucking threw those 210s in there, and I closed that bitch up, and I just kept working out. And I walked out that bitch with 20 fucking pounds. I'm like, this bitch heavy as fuck.
Trying to play it cool and shit, bro.
I was like, man, I could put 25s in this bitch. And I was like, no, we'll just do 10s. Right?
That's just a little
so
bit extra.
I fucking tossed my 210s in there. That bitch was heavy. I was like, oh shit. And you could see the bag was regular, and the whole bottom was sinking and shit. So I had to fucking reach my bag over and walk out like that. If anybody from EOS is seeing, I'm sorry.
I know. Shout out to EOS. We love you. And he did not. They were fake 10-pound weights. He did not take them. This is not a true story.
And I'm walking out with that bitch, and I'm just like, oh shit.
That's so funny.
Nobody noticing me and shit. That's when Dejan was working there. I was like, oh, I appreciate Dejan. I remember telling him, I was like, hey, bro, get some weights. Try to get some weights. But they had all the managers there. They had everybody there. And he was like, man, they can't even do shit. Can't even get no weights. They don't want nobody taking shit home. None of it. Yeah. And, they knew it was going to happen. So, I remember that's when we had the weights go up to 320. And I'm trying to push shit up. I'm trying to push 3.
I remember looking at the weights. I was like, bro, are those from EOS? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh my God.
But I was just like, I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah, bro. That shit's hilarious.
But, at the end of the day, like, you really look at how much equipment costs and shit. And a rack 2 years ago was maybe 150.
Yeah, well, they went way up, right?
Yeah, and that shit's fucking like 650 for a rack and
just
to
fuck people over, just because quarantine.
Just because they know everybody. This is in high demand.
Yeah.
If I sold my rack, I could have easily got like for 300 pounds and everything. That's it's a nice ass rack. Like it's you have the pull downs, you have the pull up bar and all that stuff right there. Mm-hmm. So I was like, damn, and the whole bench was really everything was taken care of and shit. It's just been in my garage. And I had that for my little brother, but with everything going on, I remember Dejan hitting me up and said, hey, you got a home gym? I was like, yeah, shit, I got this shit. I'm just about to set it up. And we ended up putting the tarp, because it was fucking hot. Super hot. That tarp maybe dropped it like 10 degrees in there.
Really? I've only been there since the tarp.
Hot. Yeah, it was hot as hell, because I would open it, and the sun would just be beaming. inside, and the ground would get hot, and it would just the whole fucking
shit,
room would just get hot as fuck. And so I remember telling my dad, I was like, damn, we should probably just get something for the window for the garage door. And he basically just put the tarp up and everything. It was black and it was nice. So I was like, damn, like, you know, we can make this shit happen. And I remember I should have just been having, because I would have an average of like maybe 15 people in like the span of 2 or 3 days, which wasn't 100% like safe and everything, but for me, like, I was just, I don't know, like, I was kind of just comfortable with it because it was just people who I talked to on a daily basis.
Yeah. And so it's not like we're still working out together, but we're not on each other.
Yeah.
We're not really like, I'm not like, yeah, Gio, nice fucking workout all up on your face and shit, bro, spitting all over you and shit, bro. Like, I'm focused on my own shit.
Yeah.
Getting my workout done.
So I think that's what I really liked about that shit though, because it was kind of just us, and then Rodney came in. And we had Egypt and Egypt's brother, and then we had the girls in there too. So at one point it was like I had to make 2 groups. Like I fucking felt like I was a damn coach. I was like, all right, we're gonna break this shit up.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, bro, there was so many fucking people coming in at once.
That's so funny.
So I was like, all right, like we're just gonna fucking break it down and shit.
We gotta break this shit into 2 groups, bro.
I had you guys in the morning, like right after work. I had it was me, you, Dejan. Rod and then David and shit ended up like Egypt and all them because it was a group of 6 with them, so it was like we'll just have them come later. Jeez. So right when we were finishing up with you guys and shit, and I'm fucking sore as fuck already. I'm already finishing.
You got another group coming in?
They pulled up, yeah. They would pull up. They would work out too. And I didn't get a little reps in, and I'm like, fuck, I'm already fucking sore as it is.
Yeah, like you already did a workout. This is your second one in.
So I was just like, damn. I remember that. I don't know if you were there, but we had that fucking whole like. We were.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
watching Dejan pump out like 100 reps or whatever.
I remember I was
did,
fucking trying to keep up with that fucker, dude, and I was just like, damn, my fucking arms are dead.
We're all like dying at like 50, and then he gets to like 80, and you're just like, bro, like just stop.
Yeah.
Like, wait, like all right, dog,
damn.
we get it. Fuck.
He did 80 the first time, and I did like 82 maybe.
Yeah.
And then he went to 113, and I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, this is
I ended up
cool.
getting to about 90, and I was like, fuck that, I'm tapping out.
That was one of the first times I saw, because I've seen him on squats where he gets focused and shit, but that was like one of the first times really where I saw him in a different zone where he was just like, during the curls, he was like not even there. He was just...
He was pumping them bitches out.
Yeah, not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Just the rep.
That's when I remember, that's why I was like, damn, we could be fucking pushing different types of weight like this and shit. And I remember we were just fucking, at times that's when my contusion was bothering me the most, which was like a deep bruising here in my thigh. I couldn't squat with you guys, and I remember I was getting fucking frustrated. I'd do like maybe a plate 25, and then I'm sitting there like, damn, this shit's bothering me again. And watching you guys go up to 300 and shit, I'm like, fuck. I was just getting upset with myself, like, dude, this shit's bugging me. This whole fucking...
I'm just happy I'm finally there, bro. I was like, for the longest, I hated squats for the longest. So I was like, I would just stay away from legs. And so I would do like, at the most, I would do 2 plates. Yeah. And now I'm finally at like the 3 plates.
Yeah.
Finally there. Finally I feel like a man. I'm like, oh, I did, my legs are there.
But if you really think about it, it was kind of the atmosphere we had in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we music.
Well, you couldn't fucking back out. If you're a pussy, bro, it was like, well, you're not coming here again, bro.
12, 13 reps. You got to do at least the same as shit. Or you got to get the fuck out.
And if you're not gonna finish, you gotta fucking rag it and then finish them right now. Take a breather and finish them. Do the last 4 or whatever it is.
And that's when we'd be supersetting with some shit off with the bands and everything.
Yeah.
And I remember just fucking like that pressure, just feeling like that pressure was there. Like I felt like I had to be the fucking the one who did the most. And I felt like I had because it was my house too.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Just like,
I'm
the man of the house.
Some shit. I was like, man, I gotta step my shit up. And I remember just taking that pre-workout. That's when I first was trying out that B-Nox.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. B-Nox is fucking good. I ended up getting
what are you using right now?
B-Nox.
Oh, still? Yeah, I got it too. That's
when I came back. That's what I got with. We went to Vitamin Shop. They had a buy one get one free.
When you told me I wanted to do the deal.
Yeah. So I was supposed to get another Thermoid today, but completely forgot. But I'm just gonna order some shit when I get home.
A what?
thermogenic. So
Oh yeah, like a fat burner kind of.
Yeah. So when you take it, your fucking body heats up.
Yeah.
You start sweating and shit, and I'm trying to cut back on my fat right now.
You think they help pretty well? Those thermogenics.
That shit gets fucking dude. My
what are you taking? Which one is it?
It's dude. It's called like Tropical Paradise. That shit's fucking. It's good as hell.
Yeah.
Good as hell.
Could you put it with your pre-workout?
I do.
Oh, okay.
So
that sounds about
I take
what
my
I would do.
pre-workout and then do my fucking heavy ass lifts and everything I have to do. And once it's time for cardio, I'll take my shirt off, throw my sweater on, and throw my sweatpants on, put my fucking hoodie on, zip it up. I'll start watching a fucking movie or some shit. I was watching The Mandalorian for a while.
Really?
And my cardio and just do
and
like
what do you do for
minutes.
35 minutes of what?
Stairs. I can't do the treadmill.
Treadmill sucks, bro. I
That
can't
shit,
do it.
if I'm not walking and hiking and running and shit, I can't do the treadmill.
Yeah, I can't even run either. I can't run like that.
You watch I like to watch the calories. My calories in the treadmill just 1, 2, 3. And that's like you have like 3 minutes in, you have like 15 calories. But on the stairs, you have 15 minutes in. You have like fucking 3 or 4 minutes in. You're already like 50 calories and shit.
It's like moving, yeah.
It's just constantly moving. And
how fast are you doing the stairs? Are you just walking like at a slow pace, or are you going?
I do at least like level 12 or 13. And when I was my record is 100. I'm supposed to do 100 floors every time. I gotta do 100 floors. Okay. If not, I don't feel comfortable.
How long did it take you to do 100?
So the fastest I did was 23 minutes.
It takes you 20 minutes though?
23 minutes, bro. Like you
I almost was like, I'm gonna start doing 100 floors. No, dude, bro, no way.
If you find a consistent rhythm to it, and you're watching your show, and you're watching whatever
you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
You just I fucking cover that shit. There's a little rag that you wipe everything down. I fucking cover the whole thing. I don't want to see what time I have. I don't want to see that shit.
See, that's how I keep looking, and it fucks me up.
Yeah, because the moment you look down and shit, you look. All right, it's been a minute. Yeah, damn, you be on the bitch for 20 minutes. You look down and spend 3 minutes. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'll be like, damn.
And then now you're trying to look every minute. You're like, fuck, okay, 15. All right, I made it one more, you know?
So I ended up just like covering it, putting my phone on top of it, and just, going ham, putting it up as much as I can, and just staying on a consistent rhythm. So when I did it the last time, I did 15 minutes and I was at 79 floors. So I could have easily broke my record.
Pretty quickly, yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting like 2 or 3 floors a minute.
Yeah.
Something like that. And bro, I had that shit at 20 and I was fucking going ham, like going fat. And I was like, I'm gonna just go to 15 minutes. And I had one of my guys who was with me, and he was already ready to go and everything. So I was just like, fuck, like next time.
Yeah,
so hopefully when I get back to school, I'll break that record like that I have for myself.
Do you
for like 18 minutes?
Since you're talking about like that like record, do you have any like? Do you set goals every year? Do you like sit down and write yourself goals and like you're always like trying to get to them? Do you have a goal that you have set up for this year, 2021?
So for me, I feel like my mindset is me against me. I don't give a fuck what anybody's doing. I don't give a fuck what they're doing. Nah, it's me. When I go in the weight room and shit, when I'm working out, first thing I do is I look at myself, evaluate myself, like where am I at today? Where's my mentality at? And that's mind over matter type of thing. I like to get myself ready. Like it is fucking hard to get yourself to the gym. You've been up at 7 o'clock in the morning. You had the whole shift. Even if you're not doing a lot of shit, it's just being up all day. It just drains you.
You are standing though, basically, like a lot of the time.
And walking. And when we worked at India, I was doing like 22,000 steps a day.
Yeah,
like
it's a lot.
Constant walking.
No matter if you're not running or whatever.
Yep.
That's a lot of walking, bro.
So that shit would drain me. So, getting to the gym, I look at myself for a little bit. I'm like, all right, like let's do this. And that's what EOS doesn't have. You just don't have the mirrors. You don't have the atmosphere. You're not like.
That's why I can't work out there no more. At the outside, I can't look like I've already told you. I can't look at a bush or a tree and
it's
get
fucking
hyped
freezing.
Up. You
lose your heat.
Oh yeah.
You lose your fucking heat.
Especially now.
Yeah.
For like a month, it was okay.
Yeah. So I remember I had went to the gym at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning, freezing. It's fucking cold. I had to throw my sweat and my sweater on, and I had to take my thermogen, and I was still fucking cold. And it won't make you sweat. But what I like, getting back to my goals and stuff, I like to be able to evaluate myself in the gym and everything, get ready, get my mind right, and then my goal for bench is 405. I currently just hit a PR last week at 385. So when I was in Kansas, I hit 365 for 2, which was equivalent to 385. But to be honest, if I'm not hitting 385, I didn't hit 385.
Yeah.
So
because that was like what, like your 90 whatever percent.
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah. So I ended up hitting it at Get Fit, and guy kind of spotted me a little bit, but I knew it was there. I had to hit it twice because the first time he fucking yanked it up, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" And I had the videos too, and this was like, he's like, "Oh, you got it!" Fucking yanks it up, and I was like, "Damn, bro." So
just
I did it again.
It then,
yeah,
bro.
so I did it again, and I'm sitting there like, boom, like here, and it's coming up and shit, like coming, slowly but surely, it's coming up and shit. And it's fucking just grabs it up, and I was like, "Damn, bro." So I was like, "All right, whatever." So I didn't really want to post that shit because it's like it's kind of too much spot.
Yeah.
But for my squat, I want to shoot for 505, 5 plates.
What are you at right now?
Well, actually, 495 is 5 plates. I'm at 425. Before my injury, I was at 455.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was at 455 before my injury. And
what goes through your head when you're about to max out on a squat? Like when you're gonna get that bro, like I can never do that, bro. Like I just think about it, I'm like, nah, bro. Like so my legs are gonna break in half. Like
first thing, put that shit on my back. That bitch heavy.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that goes in my head.
Oh. Okay.
But,
okay.
I like how Get Fit has this little mirror right there.
Yeah.
When I pick it up, I'm like, all right, like look at myself in my head. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, even if you fell, you got a spotter, you got the bars, you got everything. Like you fuck up.
Yeah,
it's cool.
just go for it.
It happens. Yeah. So first thing I look at myself.
Just fucking get it.
I'm just like, let's fucking go. Yeah, let's fucking go. You gotta hype yourself up because.
That's the only way to do it,
music blasting. You got your music blasting. You can't hear anybody around you and shit. You can't be looking around worried about what other people are doing because when you're about to squat and I'm sitting there like with this weight on my back in the corner of my eye, I can see people staring. People stare at you because they're like, "Damn, okay." Like, and there's times where me and Dejan hit workouts and shit. And we're just consistent on a consistent roll. And you go back into Get Fit and they're like, "Damn, bro, you fucking like good shit." They people talk to you and shit.
Yeah.
So one of the guys that actually was helping me when I was squatting, he was spotting me. His name is Josh. He's pretty cool. And that's when we started working out because he was like, "Yeah, bro, like good shit. Like, what are you hitting today?"
Yeah.
I'm all about to hit some chest or some shit. He's like, "Oh, me too. Like, let's get a workout in." All right, cool. Like I like to work out by myself because I like to go my own pace and shit. But it's easy to be steered off. It's easy to not be paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's easy to just be like, all right, I can sit on my phone, not have to worry about it.
And then if you got a partner, you really don't have a choice. You have to keep working out because then they're like, bro, you gotta fucking get your shit in.
Yeah. So
we're gonna watch you.
That's what I liked about the home workouts we had.
Yeah.
You couldn't sit there and be on your phone like, hey, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, well, I remember the first time I came and I was sitting down, he was like, "You can't sit down." I was like, "Fuck, bro, what the fuck?"
That's rule number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Don't sit down because when you sit down, your heart rate goes down, you cool down.
It's like you're already done.
And
your workout's
you're basically
ending.
just chilling.
Yeah.
And you're letting your heart rest and shit, and you're letting all that shit. Which it's okay to do that, but you gotta stand around, move around, stay active. Because the moment you start sitting down after you just hit fucking 3 plates or some shit, you sit down like your legs will cramp up like. Easy, and then you try to do it again. That's when you start.
That's why. It's because your body's just like cooling down.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like starting to recover itself, and then you're like, "Oh, let's do it again one more time."
Yeah, and your body's like, "Okay, we were just chilling. Like now we got to go back to it." So when you watch like boxers and shit, they sit down for that few seconds, but before everything, they're warming up, they're moving, they're active the whole time.
Yeah, well, there's some too that don't sit down.
Yeah,
they'll have a good round and then just stay
up. They
have
to fucking because they keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
When you sit down, you stop all your momentum and shit. For one, you got to get back up and you're like, oh fuck, like I'm sore.
You're thinking about everything.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, damn. All right, now I'm pretty sore. Now I'm fucking tired. So when you don't sit down, you just keep going. You're like, all right, I'm feeling good. I don't have time to slow down. So we all just constantly moving. Your body's just like, all right, let's go. A body in motion tends to stay in motion.
Mm-hmm.
When you stop it, you gotta. It's just like stopping at a red light. Now you gotta rev your engine. You gotta
get everything going.
You gotta get everything going again. But when you're on the freeway and shit, you're just flowing the whole way. And you actually save gas going a longer distance than stopping
Exactly.
And doing it.
That makes sense.
That's why a lot of cars now they turn off. The hybrids, that shit trips me out. Like,
it's weird, right? When they stop, it's like it like turns, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they start going again. It's like,
it just turns back on and it goes, and it's like shit like that. But that's one of the things. It's like my rule, my number one rule. It's not a rule, but it's a rule. It's like don't sit down.
Yeah.
And then
it's a good rule though.
It's just I don't know. Like it's always been our coach used to be on our fucking head. Like who the fuck's sitting down?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna sit. Y'all want to sit down after we fucking condition this shit.
That's playing that. That's playing sports, man. That's playing the and then taking it. You went from high school and then you went to college, so you even took it to the next level,
Dude,
and that's like.
And
at that point, it's almost business, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy because you do see it. Like high school is all family, all fun and games and shit, and then you go to college and it's like, you know, time to fuck around.
Bro, like I got a whole new team next year. So are you guys gonna try? Or are you guys not? You know, it's like.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like I don't give a fuck,
that.
you know? Yeah, like, are you gonna put in all your effort and follow the rules, or are you not? Because that's just what it seems like in college, and then NFL it's even more that way. It's like.
Yeah,
it's probably even actually the opposite way because now the athletes have all the money.
Yeah, but the thing is, you heard about Last Chance U?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay, so there was one guy from, I think he was from EMCC. He was EMCC, he was the first. His name was Ollie. He ended up going to the Raiders. He ended up getting drafted to the Raiders and everything like that after like 2 years after the show and everything. And, you know, people had his eye on him and everything. But he didn't go to rehab. And in the show, he wouldn't show up to rehab. So when he didn't go to rehab there, he ended up, I guess, doing that at the big time school he was at. So when he went to the Raiders, he didn't go to rehab there too. They just fucking cut him.
They're like,
they didn't give a fuck. They cut him out like quick as
that quick. Damn.
And that's the thing about the game. They will replace you. And it wasn't like the Raiders just said like, well, nah, we're good. We don't want to pay you. They were like, hey, if you're not gonna show up, this is business.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're pay another guy. There's another guy who wants to play.
There's another guy who will show up to rehab.
He's gonna be here 5 days a week.
And you hear that all the time when you play and you get up and the higher you go, there's another guy. There's another guy that'll take your spot. There's another guy that will do this. If you don't want to do it, there's another guy that will. And especially with JUCO, you have so many people who even if they're just trying out, they'll take everybody in unless it's big time schools like RCC, Saddleback. Fucking Fullerton. Those schools are fucking maxed out. But the thing about California is they don't give out scholarships. So you got people from North Carolina, Texas, fucking Oklahoma. They come and play over here. They have to get their own house. They have to get their own food. They have to pay their out-of-state taxes, out-of-state tuition, which is almost triple.
Yeah, why is it that way? It's because they want to keep people in the state from their own state.
I don't. To be honest, I have no idea.
Because it's for that anywhere, right? So like, if I went to Arizona or if I went to Oklahoma or something, I'd have to pay some out of state tuition, right? Tuition.
I mean, it might be different depending on the school.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I don't know exactly what it is. To be honest with you, about out-of-state tuition.
That's crazy, though.
When you've lived in a state for a year, you get, like, residence and stuff. Like, you can put it down. So when you pay the out-of-state tuition the first year, and then you come back the next year, you'll be in-state. Because you've been here for the year and everything. So that's how people, sometimes they just dug it out. They're like, fuck it. Like,
just make it through the first year.
Mm-hmm. Do the whole year and shit, take some loans out, and then do it. And the thankful thing about it, with COD being down the street, I was living at home. Until I was 18, I ended up getting kicked out and shit, but it's a whole nother topic. We'll go over it another time.
Yeah, we're pretty deep in this podcast.
I was living at home and everything, and I had Pell Grants, and I had fucking bog waivers, so everything was paid for in my JUCO. Like, for me, everything was paid for, and I didn't have to worry about shit. And then I ended up, like, having money saved up from financial aid. And people, they were going to concerts, they were fucking buying shoes, clothes, all that shit. I didn't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah, like
I was like, this is for my next school. So I ended up buying my car and then taking the rest of that money and shit and just putting it towards school.
Bro, how'd you even have that mindset at that age? Because everybody's dumb, you know? Like, I don't even get it, bro. Because if you're at that age and you have that mindset, like, man, it could help you out so much. Especially how it did, obviously. It got you to your other school.
Yeah.
And helped you save money, I'm sure. A lot of money in the long run.
I think, to be honest, it was just like tunnel vision. Like I'm like, okay.
Oh, you're focused on the goal. I got you.
I need to get to a different school. I need to get out of here. I need to like. Basically, to me, it was just like this is my ticket. This is my golden ticket. If I keep saving up this, it's gonna get better and better. If I change my grades, and I do it, the higher my GPA, the higher my scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So, me just focus on like getting to a different school, and I think just getting out of here. That kind of was my plan, but there's no place like the Coachella Valley. Like when I'm at school for too long, I'm like, fuck, I miss home. But then when I'm here for too long, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of sick of the valley for a bit.
Yeah, I'm a little sick of here sometimes. Yeah.
And you just need to change the surrounding.
Yeah.
And that's what the good thing about school is. You get to change the surrounding. You get to fucking travel through everything and see new shit, like taking new routes and shit.
Yeah, and luckily though, it just depends too on the people you're surrounded by, and you got like you got a good team over there. You got a whole fucking football team, and then over here you got a good group of homies that family and everybody you're surrounded by. So like that kind of I'm sure keeps you grounded. A lot easier than being by yourself or whatever.
I think the first year was the hardest though.
Yeah, hell yeah,
because you don't know anybody. Yeah. You really don't.
And you're literally by yourself, like trying to
legit.
like
it's fucking
make tough. It, and you're like, what the fuck? Trying to even like, dude, that's awkward. I remember going to college the first year, and it was like trying to make friends or like trying to like, it was just weird because you don't even know. You're like, you don't know what people. You don't even know them. You know, like you're from the valley, you're not even from the area. You're like, so I don't even know what people like. I don't even know how to talk to them.
Yeah, and talking to females out there is a whole different thing. Like
it's a different game. I'm
sure.
It's
a whole different game.
Yeah,
like, you can't just the way you spit at females here in Cali. You can't spit at females out there like that.
Yeah,
they don't like that. They I don't know. They have a whole different mindset. And the thing too is either black or white out there. Like, there's not many. Like I think I'm one of 4 or 5 Mexicans out in the whole school. So like me being around there, they're not used to like Mexicans or Hispanics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just they're either black or white, and that's just how it is. Like in the big city, it's just the city's the way it's like Wichita. There's like the nice city next to the airport, all that shit, super nice, whatever, suburbs type shit. And then on the other side, it's like more rundown, more like ghetto and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when like it's either or, and it's crazy to see, but that's just the way shit is over there. And like, so coming out there, I remember some girl. The first semester I was out there, this girl said I had an accent. I was like, you got the accent. Like,
you're like,
she was
no
like,
way.
She talked like country, and I was like, nah, like I don't have an accent like you do. But then I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm in a whole different spot.
You're like, so I do have the accent.
So I have the accent. Yeah. The way I pronounce words, the way we have slang, we have all that shit. They look at us like, what is that?
That's the weirdest shit to me is like thinking that I got an accent. Cause like, bro, we don't even. I feel like we talk so like basic, you know, compared to like that country or like down south or like just all that. And it's crazy.
It's a whole different world out there. But you know, I'm blessed to have the opportunity to go out there and everything. Hopefully.
It's crazy how spoiled we are coming from California.
Yeah.
Because then you go to like places like that, like Kansas or whatever.
Like, what the fuck are you doing out here?
Yeah.
That's the question that I always get. How are you out in Kansas? How are you out here? Like, why? And it's the same thing all the time. Like, free education, playing football. Shit like that.
Like you said, tunnel vision.
That shit.
That's a good way we should end this shit is you should be focused. Like, you should have tunnel vision. Like you should have a goal and you should stay focused on that goal, you know? Like
to sum this up, is have your goals, tunnel vision that, and just get the fuck out of the situation you
whatever, like go to whatever potential you think you have and don't be stuck at where you are.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I'm sure you know so many people who are like, yeah, I'm just going to go to college, I'm going to get out of here and shit. And then they get pregnant or they have a kid or they go do something else and they never leave the valley.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that is like tunnel vision. Go explore. Like, I feel like that's one of the main things is I'm grateful for the most is like meeting people from all over.
Yeah.
Whether it's JUCO or my new school, like everything. You just meet people from, like, I never knew people from Texas.
Well, and you learned how to get comfortable out of your comfort zone. You know? Like, you don't have to be in your comfort zone. You could be anywhere and you're like, fuck it, dog. I'll be alright. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Because when I was out there by myself, no family, none of that shit, it fucking sucks. It's hard. It's hard at first, and then you learn to make family with who's around you. So
that's crazy, bro. Whenever, I don't know how old you were when you went out there, but I'm sure, like, going out there, whatever age you were, and then now, at whatever, however you think of the world or however you think of yourself, like, it must be a complete 180, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Going out there and you're like a kid probably still in your head, and then you go out there, bro, now you're fucking... Well, you came back and you came straight back to like a manager position at a fucking job, you know?
In a fucking
so,
week.
yeah.
Crazy.
So that's like, kind of speaks to what you've done.
Yeah. I was actually on the 11th was my 2-year anniversary of the school. So January 11th was the first 2 years ago when I was 20 years old is when I went out there. I had just turned 20 because my birthday was in October.
That's crazy. You're 22?
22.
You're an old ass 22
graduate,
year old, bro. You're a
Yeah,
grown
ready
ass
to go.
22 year old. How can everybody find you on social media? What's your...
They can find me on social media on Jiovanni1 on Instagram and Jiovanni D on Twitter. That's
you fuck with Twitter?
I fuck with Twitter.
I need to get on Twitter, bro. I don't have it. I just made one. I haven't really fucked with it.
No, yeah. But get me on Twitter. I'll be saying some stupid shit, but...
Yeah. Episode 72, 100 podcast.
You guys.
And this shit. There you go.
Shit.